Would a finance personality advise you to say goodbye to your credit cards? The millionaire financial guru Dave Ramsey would. On his live shows, he would subtly approach the subject of credit cards and actually demonstrate cutting it up with a large pair of scissors. Snap! Responsible use of a credit card does not exist. Dave believes that the use of plastic cards and their anytime availability crossed with instant purchases lead to overspending and accumulation of debt. The less in debt you are, the happier you will be. Well, we can't argue there. Sometimes during his shows, he would even pull out the 4 pieces of plastic he keeps in his wallet: a business debit card, personal debit card, driver's license, and a concealed carry permit.
You're weird, Dave. You don't have any credit cards? Nope.
According to Dave, financial freedom is not just dumping credit cards. There is a series of step-by-step guides for proven financial success. Aren't we all amidst rising global inflation and economic crisis? So, let's explore it, shall we? 1. Get on a budget. Nothing happens accidentally. It's all a plan. Plan it out, lay out the tiles, and follow it. The easiest way to stay on budget is to implement Dave Ramsey's envelope system. It's quite easy. Just sit back and analyze your spending categories. Say, food, medicine, gas, entertainment, and allocate a budget for each. Then assign an envelope to each budgeted category. Okay, done. Then what? Once you receive your monthly salary, divide the funds and fill each budgeted envelope. Keep in mind, you can only spend the money on each envelope and not a cent more on a single category. It's not a random lightning strike, it's a series of I planted some corn and corn grew. 2. Get out of debt. Do not buy what you can't afford. It is as simple as that, yet you and I purchase products to please the eye of the viewers of our Facebook and Instagram feeds. Do these materialistic items bring around peace of mind? The latest iPhone? The brand new car? Or is it just a stressed payment waived off your monthly income? You know what you have if you don't have any payments? Money. 3. Foster high-quality relationships. Hang out with people who motivate you, push you beyond your limits, and take you out of your box into a world full of possibilities. Build a strong support system that would guide you to soar high. Eagles don't flock, you got to intentionally gather them together. 4. Save money. Having a ton of money saved up is a great relief to fall back on when a rainy day is knocking on your door. Saved money makes you independent. You are free and you will automatically attract peace of mind. Grandma said, save for a rainy day. You know why Grandma said that? Because it's going to rain. Finally, there you are, financially independent, but that's not all. 5. Be outrageously generous. Give, and give. Build up your character and your personality. Be kind and be outrageously generous. Dave's pieces of advice are so thoughtful and life-changing, almost as if he lived through it. Why? Because he did. He too was once bankrupt. Experiences tell better stories, don't they? Keep on watching as we reveal how a once bankrupt individual is now a personal finance personality. Dave was born in 1960 in Tennessee. Growing up in a real estate background, he was quick to pick it up. Once he reached 18, he was actively selling properties in the industry. Simultaneously, he studied and received a Bachelor of Science degree in finance and real estate from the University of Tennessee. Dave was talented and shined at his job. He was quick to make a sustainable living. By the time he was 26 years old, Dave proudly made a $20,000 monthly income and held approximately $4 million worth of real estate and $1 million net worth. Soon he was vacationing in Hawaii and bought himself his dream car, a Jaguar. I wanted to get me a Jaguar because no one in my whole neighborhood could even spell Jaguar. But the young Dave made a mistake. He borrowed too much money from the bank, $1.2 million payable on 90-day notes. and it was the beginning of his bankruptcy. His biggest bank's ownership was switched and was sold to another bank. Rules were changed. Dave ensured his due payments were paid on time, but that was not enough for the new system. All of Dave's notes were called in. The news spread like wildfire. Soon another lender called in for $800,000. Dave was now owing $2 million, and it was to be paid almost immediately. But how? All of Dave's money was invested in real estate. The next 2 years were the most difficult for Dave, fighting on the verge of bankruptcy, losing what he built and allowing the bricks of his luxurious life to break apart. One year I made $250,000. The next year my taxable income was $6,000. And just like that, at such a young age, Dave was bankrupt. If you reached this far, do make sure to hit up the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. As we know, time heals all wounds. Dave was challenged emotionally and mentally, but with time he adapted. He began working as a finance advisor at his church and soon in 1988 funded the Lampo Group, a financial counseling service. 4 years later, he wrote a book based on his financial experiences and learnings. Financial Peace was published and Dave was selling the book from the trunk of his car. In the same year, he became a radio personality on The Money Game, which was later renamed The Dave Ramsey Show, a 3-hour financial advice call-in talk show. By the year 2021, Dave's talk show attracted many listeners tuning in Monday to Friday, resulting in the show being noted as one of the top 5 most listened to radio shows. As time passed, Dave was healing faster and faster. By 2014, Lampo Group Inc. was renamed Ramsay Solutions. Dave is also a world-renowned author with 6 bestsellers in New York Times, Wall Street Journal, and Publishers Weekly. He grew to understand the flaws of society, he accepted them, but most importantly, he adapted to the flaws. Today, at the age of 62, he stands strong and proud at a net worth of a whopping $200 million. A radio personality, an author, and a financial mentor that many look up to. How did he do it all? He followed his 5 steps to success. He kept to his budget, he saved, and now he gives. In one of his talks, Dave emphasized, "I'm not here to tell you that money will make you happy because money won't do that. It will only make you more of what you already are. If you are unhappy and you get money, you'll be unbearably unhappy. If you're depressed and you get money, your depression will deepen. If you're a jerk and you get money, you'll turn into a big jerk. If you're kind, generous, and passionate about helping others and you become wealthy, you transform entire communities and entire people sectors and become an even greater version of who you already are. However, getting wealthy won't make your marriage better if it already has problems. Rather, it will intensify them." Dave's simple, approachable methods to success is what makes him stand out as a trustable advisor. His 7 baby steps formula and debt snowball method are also highly followed by many of his followers to keep finances lined up. But hey, that's all the time for today. Comment down below if you would like to hear more about Dave Ramsey's methods for financial success. See you soon in another great video.